come into this van. So this one has got the new BM Pro in it. It's a little bit whiz bang fandangle. Up the top here, that button at the top is effectively your isolation switch. So at the moment I've isolated the power off, and I'll press the button and it's going to come back on again. The next button down is the home button, which takes you to this screen. If you're ever using any of the other buttons, you need to come back to this screen, you press that home button. Now on this home screen, you've got your water gauges over here. So it's telling me I've got very little water in these tanks. It's telling me obviously the time, the amps. Now the amps, that is what the caravan is currently using. So at the moment I'm using 1.5 amps and I'm storing 12.7 volts in the battery. Now if I want that screen to light back up again, I press the light button. Here is the solar input. So that at the moment, because it's a very dreary day, I'm only getting 1.2 solar and it's approximately 71 hours. But look, that changes all the time. It's constantly going up and down. So your main aim is to keep your voltage above the 12. This button here is your water pump. So if I press that, my pump is now on and now it's off. So that's how that one works. Let's come in further and I'll start at this end of the van, as I always do. All right, so on this van we have got, because it's a Kimberley Plus, we've got the pressure hatch up there. The pressure hatch is so that we're putting the positive pressure into the caravan. You've probably heard about it before. When you're traveling, that's going to eliminate the dust coming in from your car if you have that up. So when you're traveling on those dusty roads, be sure to put that up. You won't get that the dust coming into the caravan. Then when you're finished on those dusty roads, just pull it closed again. Up here on this caravan, you've got a light switch. That light switch controls the lights down in the ensuite. It's really handy in the middle of the night so you don't have to stumble through the dark. You can turn the light on up there and turn it back off when you get back to bed. These lights, press 1 for blue light, which is a nice dull light, and hold it for the big bright light, and you press it off again. They're the most efficient lights to use within the caravan. All right, we'll come over. These are the new style of windows that we've gone to, so I'll show you these. In some of my other videos, I've shown you the Dometic brand. These are our new ones. They're very, very similar. You still have to undo all of the catches firstly, but instead, as opposed to the Dometic where I would push out and it has different stages, on this one I push it out and I've just got the little knob here that I secure it into place, and it's as simple as that. And then when obviously I'm finished, I just release it again, bring it back and close all of those catches. The only other difference is the blinds in this. So you've still got your fly screen and you've still got your nighttime blind, but in this one they're magnetised, whereas in the other one they've got the 2 black catches. Very similar structure, just a different brand. Okay, now up here you've got your smoke alarm. You have got the Sirocco fans over here. There's one on each side in the Kimberley Plus. So I'll just show you this one here. I just pull that there, swing it around to my desired location, and then I have got multi-directional abilities with this. And this lower button here, that's the one that tells me how fast the fan's going to go. So there's 3 stages of speed. And the one up the top here, that's your off timer, so that in the middle of, like if you just want it to go to sleep at night but go off a couple of hours later, just press that button. And then obviously we just locate it back to the wall for travel. Now above me I've got the TV aerial, very simple to use. So we just wind it all the way up. Now you probably will see this in my other YouTube clip for the TV. Just when you're using the direction by pulling down and twisting. When you finish, just make sure that you put it back up into that locating spot there before you wind it back down. That's just going to ensure that the TV aerial isn't sticking off the side of the caravan for when you're traveling. But as I said, check out, I've got a separate clip just for the TV, so check that one out. Okay, above us, we've got the aircon. These are very, very simple to use. There's instruction manuals in all of the caravans. They do come with a remote, same as what you might find in your home for a reverse cycle air conditioner. So just use it. You've got the hot, the cold, the fan, different fan speeds, set your temperature and you're done. Very easy to use. All right, this particular caravan has got the RV Wi-Fi in it. These ones you pretty much just need to plug in as you would to a modem at home, and it's just going to strengthen your signals. Very simple to use. All right, up here we've got, this is the stuff for the BM Pro that I've already explained. You don't really need to touch anything in here. This switch here is so that when you want to utilise the power component of your stove, you just need to flick that on to then use the dials down here on the oven. Your hot water, you've got your electric and your gas option that you have in the Kimberley Plus. So if you're in a caravan park, for example, you want to use it on electric, make sure you've got some water coming to your hot water to your tap first, and then just simply flick your electric switch on. If you're free camping, you want to use gas, make sure you've got the gas bottles turned on first. It's a pretty common mistake people make. Turn your gas bottles on, make sure there's water, and then flick the switch. Very simple to use. And also, if you're free camping with that gas option, you've got to make sure you've got that water pump on to get the water through to the taps. Now, with your stereo on this one, this is your power button here on the right. Pretty sure you have to hold it from memory, can't remember. It's been a while since I had to, oh, there we go. No, I just single touch. Remembering this stereo is also your DVD player. So if you want to play a DVD through to the TV, you've just got to put it through the slot like if you're putting a CD in there. Now, to get your the music to play inside or outside or both, it's a simple setting through, and it's hard to see on this particular one. I've got to press this middle button until it gets to the balance, and if I turn the dial, I'm going right or left. If I press it again, I've got the fader and I'm going front and rear, and that will change where the music is playing. What I always suggest, play with it, fiddle with it, write down your settings that you know you're going to use for next time, and Bob's your uncle, you're ready to go. Turn it off again so that we don't have the noise when we're going back outside. All right, we'll come down to the stove now. So this gas hob is very similar to how you would find any other gas hob in a home. So obviously you've got to have your gas turned on. You just push the dial and turn it, and then you've got your spark and ignite button over here. So you'll push, turn, spark, and there we go. Very simple. Okay, once you've finished, just make sure that you gently, shouldn't have done that, gently close the lid. Now you've got your grill and you've got your oven. You've got your dials up here, you've got lights and whatnot for your oven just here. Again, there's manuals for all of these things, very simple to use. You've then got your rain shield up here, so I'm going to turn the lights on with that button there, and then I've got 3 different speeds for the fan, and I can turn it all back off again at the end. All right, coming to the microwave, this one is very, very similar to what you would find in any household. You just need to press your buttons and press start. Now, remembering that's only going to work if you're plugged into power, into 240. So if you've got a generator running, or if you're at a caravan park, then you can use a microwave. And the same with the air conditioner as well. They're both not solar-driven components of a caravan. Here we've got our filtered drinking water. Now I haven't actually got the pump turned on. So remembering at that BM Pro, turn the pump on. You've then got your normal water and your filtered drinking water as well. Okay, I'm just going to come over here to the table and seating area. The table is as simple as that, guys. Just folding it nice back neatly, and just be gentle with things in caravans. Okay, this here is the USB switch, and it's just, people keep saying, what is this thing on the wall? Because it just looks like a big white button. You've just got to swipe that to the side. You've then got access to your USBs. Easy peasy. All right, have a look at our footrests. Okay, so you just pull it up like that till those two, you can probably see these 2 brackets down here. These 2 brackets just hold that up into place, and then we've just got, if I can find my way through it today. Oh, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Oh, I can't do it today.
Push up with the index fingers.
I'm trying to push up on my index finger, but I'm not strong enough today. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I made that look so hard, didn't I? Having a day. All right, come through here to the fridge. The fridge, when you push on these, so at the moment I've got this already turned on. To turn it on and off, it's as simple as press and hold that button. There it is, it's off now. So I'll just turn it back on so I can show you how to use it. So we'll turn it back on. Now, one touch on this then allows me to dial through what setting I want to fiddle with. So at the moment I might fiddle with the thermostat. So I just have to literally turn the dial, put it to my desired selection and press the button. Now, if I want to change the source of power for this fridge, well, I meant press the wrong button there. I go to here. Best option generally is to use the auto function. The auto function is automatically going to choose 240 if you've got it, then it'll go to gas, and then it'll go to the battery if it can't get gas. So gas is generally for your free camping. The battery is from your car battery, so that's for when you're traveling, and the 240 is obviously if you've got generator or 240 at the caravan park. So best option, put it onto auto, then as soon as you unplug from the 240, it'll just automatically do what it needs to do. So it's pretty easy to use. There's other functions on here. I'll let you read your manual on that. Most of those functions you don't normally need to change very often. All right, just above you is the hatch. Now on this, you've got to twist these handles. So press the red button and twist. Then I'm going to release this down to push it up. That has got me a nice big opening there. I'll close it across using that magnet. That's where I've got the fly screen, and then I'll close it back over and I've got my nighttime screen, and then just separate that magnet. Just remembering to bring it back down, clip it back into place, and you're ready for travel. Most important thing with hatches and windows in a caravan, make sure you lock them, because if they get the slightest little bit of air under them, you're likely to lose it and it'd be quite a costly experiment. Up on these ones you have also got a light, so that you've got its individual things. Now on the side here is where you'll find your handles for your fridge and your freezer. In most cases we just leave the manuals in the fridge or the freezer, so if they're not in the drawer where everything else is, that's your best place to look. So generally we put all the things in a drawer for you, ready for you to have a read through, fill out any paperwork you might need to fill out. Alright, I'll just turn on my light switch, it's just up there. These hatches above the toilet, and there's one in the shower as well, you just wind it up. You've then got a positive button which pushes air into the caravan, like to give you a bit of airflow, and the minus one is sucking the air out, so if you want to suck the steam and stuff out, and then just put it back to the 0 for turning it off. And it does also have its own light switch as well. Just remember guys, keep it nice and closed when you're ready to travel again. On the backs of these doors we do also have a little clip, and then down at the floor here we've got just a little foot pedal, so we just move it, and then when we're finished again, just push your foot on that button to secure it to the floor and put your catch back on so that you're ready for travel. All the windows, even though they're smaller, they all still work the same way, so don't panic yourself that they're all the same. Okay, now with the toilet, this one, okay, I'll just open it so that you can see it. Down at the front here, we have got a little silver sliding one. So on the other brand of toilets that we have also used, which I would have shown you in the Newell Handover, it has got a silver handle that you pull out on, but this model you're just sliding it across. So open your hatch, do your business, flush with the blue button, and then close it back over before you put your seat back down. Okay, turn around, we'll have a look at the washing machine. Now, in these, oh, we do have all the owner's manuals. There's literally 4 buttons on these: power, start, process, and water level. They're all very self-explanatory. Do yourself a favour, check out the operation manual. On these two, you'll notice it doesn't look like a tap, but it actually is. So this little square thing here is your water supply to the washing machine. And obviously you've got a power point in here. Just make sure if you're ever having troubles with it that those things are actually turned on. But by all means guys, we're always here for a phone. We're only a phone call away if you ever need any help. With the shower here, we've got the same hatch that I've already shown you. Now just be wary to make sure that you either secure your shower head up when you travel like we have here. Perhaps you could find a better way to do it, or put it down on the floor. Some people put it in a bag or a box, just something to protect it from falling and cracking your shower cell. Then just close your door and just make sure you've got that lock turned over there when you're traveling. It's just going to secure that door a bit more. These touch lights, I haven't shown you, there's some through the kitchen as well. It's just a simple touch on the little white finger button. Oh no, it says touch and it's a finger. So just tapping that, very easy. There's some up under here as well, which you might have already seen. Rightio, I think I've just about covered it. We'll just go outside. If you ever need it, hopefully you don't, there is a fire extinguisher just there near the door for you. Now come outside and I'll show you this door and how it all works. Alright, so at the moment it's one door. I just simply lift it up like that to separate it, and then when I have to close it again, you'll see it's got the 3-point locking mechanism. I'm just going to clip it shut, make sure it's clipped shut together, and it's back as one door again. Now one thing I forgot to show you, on this model we have got the inbuilt blind as well with the trim safety. So that's how that one all works. When you're on the inside and you need to lock it, you don't need to press that button because that would be pressing against the door, but it's just that button there flicking down or up to lock and unlock that door. Alright, beside the door here we've got a grab rail which also has a funky little light in it, so there's just a red button underneath. Alright, if we walk this way, this is your entertainer's hatch. All of the bits and pieces in here are the same as what you'll find inside, so just watch the TV section on YouTube for that one. You'll have some keys that will unlock this. Very simple, unlock it, drop it down, put it back, lock it back again at the end of it. Now on all of our caravans, and I have shown you this before, this here is your jacking point. If you ever need to jack your caravan up for some repairs or whatnot, this is the point you do it off. Alright, I'm going to come back to the awning because it's always the last thing people want to do. At the back here you've got your external shower. Simply use your key, unlock it. It's the same as any other shower. I don't think I need to show you that one. You've got your reverse camera and your work light up here. With that reverse camera, for all those people that are trying to guide people behind the caravan into the spot, just be aware they are also audio. So you can be talking as quietly as I am right now and the person in the car will hear you. So be careful what you say. Alright, let's come to the legs. Now I have shown this in the newer one as well, but I'll just do a quick brief run through. So you lift up, pull out on that red handle, drop it down. You've then got your brace that you're going to attach onto that point there and wheel it until it comes down and nice and secure. Optimum position is always to have it up and down like it is there. But of course if you can't and you need to put it on an angle, then we can just do that like so. Then when you finish, always travel with it going backwards. It's the safest way to travel. You've got your, if I can unlock it, got your generator hatch in there. Rightio, the toilet, the fun part. Lots of marital wars over this one. Okay, lift up on the orange handle. Rightio, with this one, we're going to slide it open like that and twist it like that. This is if you ever need to get inside the canister for whatever reason. Myself, I use the toilet liquid, so I always find it easier to do it out here and do it straight directly into the canister. If you're doing toilet tablets, sorry, I'll just wait for that truck to get up. If you're going to do tablets, you're best off to do those from inside, just drop them in straight through the toilet. So when you finish, close it up. Now, you do on this one have the little handle, so it's just, I don't know if you saw how I did that there. I just lift up on that orange handle to release it, and then it's on wheels so I can drag it to the toilet dump point. When I get to the dump point, I'm just going to turn that around. This will normally have a cap on it, it's probably inside the toilet. Tip it, and that there is your vacuum seal release. So you just got to press that so it's not going to glug, glug, glug and spit up in your face. When you're finished and you've given it a good rinse out, you can close it shut. Alright, underneath here, we've got your water inlet. We've also got your grey water outlet. Now, on this, you'll see under here, if you can show the video, there's a red handle. If I have it like that, that means it's closed. If I have it like that, it's going to flow freely. If I can get my tongue around it. All right, here's all of your water inlet. This is for when you want to store water to use for when you're free camping. Remember, when you're free camping, you need to have your pump on, but if you're in a caravan park and you've got water coming to that point, you don't need to have your water pump on. Hot water service just here. Generally don't need to do anything. There's 2 screws if you ever need to access that point. This is where you put your power in if you're in a caravan park or from your generator. That's your power inlet. You've got your tunnel boot there. And all of these are very simple to use just by twisting and locking back into place. You've got gas bottles here. Now up here you'll see there's a green dial. That green dial at the moment is saying that I'm getting gas from this gas bottle. When that one's empty, I simply flick it over and I get gas from there. All right, we'll just quickly go through all of the bits and pieces at the front here. So you've got your 12-pin plug, very simple to use. Your grey Anderson plug. This is the one that's going to power from the car to the batteries so that things like the fridge can keep running while you're driving. The red one, that is what powers our electronic stability control. This is the electronic ESC right here. You want that one to glow green. If it ever glows red, give us a call. It means there's something wrong with it. Generally, you can pull it out once, put it back in. If it glows red again, that's when you give us a call. So always try and disconnect that. Be mindful if you're going to travel on any roads that you know are going to cause some sway or some bumps in the caravan. Disconnect it just to be safe, because then it's not going to cause a fault to your ESC unit. So that's the way you use those. This here is, it's connected to the chain, sorry. That part there needs to go through the car, back onto itself. That's the breakaway unit. So when you pull on that, because for example, the caravan's falling off the back of the car, it'll pull on that, it'll activate the brakes so that caravan's not going to career off into other oncoming traffic. This is the DO35 version of the hitch, which we use on the Kimberley Plus. You'll simply back up to it with that pin on your tow bar, which we do supply for you. You'll have the pin go directly in line with that hole there, just simple as press the red button, and that's what locks it into place. When you're finished at the end of it, press the red button and push that back. It's hard when I haven't got a tow ball there. And then it's going to click back into place so that it's open again and release from the pin. This is your handbrake. Just make sure that you've got that on so that caravan's not going to roll away anywhere. You've got your water outlet if you ever want to wash your feet or fill a bucket. That's what that's there for. Alright, have a look. These toolboxes, you just press the button in and drop it down. You've got your slides in there which just have to press the yellow and then push it closed again. Okay, so we'll close that one back up again. Then coming along here, you've got your gas bayonet. You've just got to twist and pull to release that that cap there. Then when you've got your Weber in your toolbox here, plug in with your hose directly into there, and you'll use the gas from your gas bombs at the front of the van. When I have a look in here, there is also a light that you've got to have that isolation switch obviously in the caravan on. So that light can be really helpful when you're trying to find things there at night. Okay, we'll go to the awning now. Oh, sorry, I forgot the step. Now the step is pretty easy to use. It's just a matter of pulling to release and then pushing and pulling it back into position again. All right, with the awning, normally we would have a pole to use for this, but I won't be able to show you the pole today because I've forgotten to bring one out with me. All right, so we just simply release the silver like that. Then with this little black knob behind here, you just want to gently release that. Now up the top here, I'm just going to get my trusty helper. Thank you. That